Welcome to Luna English. Today we practice 2 key sales skills, how to find the real need and how to ease every doubt. Here's how it works. First, listen carefully. You'll hear each sentence twice. Then, when you hear the beep, repeat after me out loud. Ready? Let's begin. Let's start by warming up. Thanks for taking the time to meet. Thanks for taking the time to meet. It's good to finally put a face to the name. It's good to finally put a face to the name. How have things been on your end? How have things been on your end? I saw your company won an award recently. I saw your company won an award recently. That's really impressive. Congratulations. That's really impressive. Congratulations. I know how busy this season gets. I know how busy this season gets. So I'll keep this focused and useful. So I'll keep this focused and useful. How is the traffic getting here? How is the traffic getting here? Can I get you anything before we start? Can I get you anything before we start? I've heard great things from your team. I've heard great things from your team. I really appreciate you fitting me in. I really appreciate you fitting me in. Let's make this worth your while. Let's make this worth your while. I'd love to learn about your goals. I'd love to learn about your goals. Feel free to stop me anytime. Feel free to stop me anytime. So, where should we begin? So, where should we begin? Now, let's get to the real need. Can you walk me through how you handle this now? Can you walk me through how you handle this now? What is the biggest headache with your current setup? What is the biggest headache with your current setup? How often does that problem come up? How often does that problem come up? What have you tried so far? What have you tried so far? And how did that work out? And how did that work out? So, what would a good solution look like for you? So, what would a good solution look like for you? What matters most to your team here? What matters most to your team here? Help me understand your day-to-day evenly. Help me understand your day-to-day evenly. Where do things slow down the most? Where do things slow down the most? How is that affecting your bottom line? How is that affecting your bottom line? What happens if nothing changes? What happens if nothing changes? And who else is part of this decision? And who else is part of this decision? Who would actually use this every day? Who would actually use this every day? When are you hoping to have this in place? When are you hoping to have this in place? Is there a deadline driving this? Is there a deadline driving this? What kind of budget are you working with? What kind of budget are you working with? That helps me tailor this for you. That helps me tailor this for you. Tell me more about that concern. Tell me more about that concern. So, if I understand you correctly, speed is key. So, if I understand you correctly, speed is key. Let me make sure I've got this right. Let me make sure I've got this right. You want less manual work, right? You want less manual work, right? That's a really common challenge. That's a really common challenge. Thanks for being so open with me. Thanks for being so open with me. Now I know exactly how to help. Now I know exactly how to help. Next, let's pitch to the pain. You mentioned time was tight, so here's the fix. You mentioned time was tight, so here's the fix. This part solves exactly what you described. This part solves exactly what you described. Remember that manual work you mentioned? Remember that manual work you mentioned? This handles all of it automatically. This handles all of it automatically. So your team saves hours every week. So your team saves hours every week. You said speed matters most to you. You said speed matters most to you. This cuts your setup time in half. This cuts your setup time in half. That directly hits the goal you shared, serious. That directly hits the goal you shared, serious. Let me show you how that looks. Let me show you how that looks. Picture this running in your office. Picture this running in your office. Your team would notice the difference fast. Your team would notice the difference fast. This feature was built for cases like yours. This feature was built for cases like yours. It grows with you as you scale. It grows with you as you scale. A client just like you loves this. A client just like you loves this. They cut their costs within 2 months. They cut their costs within 2 months. I think you'd see something similar. I think you'd see something similar. Does this line up with what you need? Does this line up with what you need? How does that sound to you? How does that sound to you? Which part feels most useful to you? Which part feels most useful to you? I want this to truly fit your needs. I want this to truly fit your needs. Now, let's work through the doubts. I totally understand. That is a fair concern. I totally understand. That is a fair concern. A lot of people feel the same at first. A lot of people feel the same at first. Can I ask what feels too expensive about it? Can I ask what feels too expensive about it? Let me show you where the value really is. Let me show you where the value really is. When you break it down, it's quite reasonable. When you break it down, it's quite reasonable. Does that help ease your worry a little? Does that help ease your worry a little? I hear you on wanting to think it over. I hear you on wanting to think it over. What part would you like to think about? What part would you like to think about? Is it the price or the timing? Is it the price or the timing? Let me clear that up for you. Let me clear that up for you. Would waiting actually cost you more? Would waiting actually cost you more? I understand you already have a supplier. I understand you already have a supplier. That says you value good partners. That says you value good partners. May I ask how that's going for you? May I ask how that's going for you? What's one thing you wish they did better? What's one thing you wish they did better? That's exactly where we shine. That's exactly where we shine. You don't have to switch everything today. You don't have to switch everything today. We could start small and see how it goes. We could start small and see how it goes. That way, there's no big risk for you. That way, there's no big risk for you. Would that feel more comfortable? Would that feel more comfortable? Have I answered your question fully? Have I answered your question fully? Is there anything still on your mind? Is there anything still on your mind? What would make this an easy yes for you? What would make this an easy yes for you? I really want to get this right. I really want to get this right. Finally, let's close together. So here's what I'd suggest for you. So here's what I'd suggest for you. This plan fits everything you told me. This plan fits everything you told me. It comes to $120 a month. It comes to $120 a month. That covers setup, support, and updates. That covers setup, support, and updates. How does that fit your budget? How does that fit your budget? Shall we go ahead and set it up? Shall we go ahead and set it up? I can have you running by Friday. I can have you running by Friday. I just need your approval to begin. I just need your approval to begin. Let's get the paperwork out of the way. Let's get the paperwork out of the way. Thank you for trusting us with this piece. Thank you for trusting us with this piece. You've made a really smart choice. You've made a really smart choice. I'll walk your team through it personally. I'll walk your team through it personally. I'll check in after the first week. I'll check in after the first week. Reach out anytime you need a hand. Reach out anytime you need a hand. We'll grow this together over time. We'll grow this together over time. I'm really glad we found a fit. I'm really glad we found a fit. Welcome aboard. This is just the start. Welcome aboard. This is just the start. Great job making it to the end. The more you practice, the more natural your English feels. If this helped, hit like and subscribe and turn on the bell. What scene would you like to practice next? Any topic or suggestion? Tell me in the comments. I read every one. See you in the next lesson.